Oh, I wasn't expecting that. It says I'm live. Woohoo! Yay me. So, what am I doing today? I am stuffing envelopes. Yes, I am. This is Angela's. I'm doing all my. They have their names on them, no addresses. So, hi, Chew. How are you? How are you? This is for my swap that we did. Let's do that. Are you doing okay? Hi, Elizabeth. How are you? So this, so when I do swaps, sometimes if I have an uneven number, I do participate myself. But if I don't participate. But I always send everybody some of my what we're swapping. One, two, and some Happy Meal. Three. There we go. And so I'm stuffing my envelopes so they can all go in the mail. So you're welcome. You are welcome. So. And these envelopes, which very interestingly enough, do not have glue, so you have to glue them down yourself. So I'm just running a little bead of glue there, and then I'll put some stickers on it. But I like to run the bead on the actual envelope instead of the flat because I have been known to to glue flats to things. So those are Happy Birthday and Valentine's. And I have a pile of stickers I'm putting on my Be Happy Every Day on the backs of my envelopes. So anyway, oh, you know what? Let me tell somebody something. Uh-huh. So anyhow, beep, beep, beep. There we go. And let's see, this person right here. Her notifications don't work, and so I have to tell her when I go live. There. There we go. So anyway, so I went to the Dollar Tree this morning and to my local little thrift store, and I'm going to show you what I got at the thrift store here in just a second. But so I bought this right here at the Dollar Tree. It is, I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it is a snack thing. So like you can make a salad and put it in here in the bottom part here, and then that unscrews, and then your top part unscrews, and you can put like your toppings in it, and then you have a thing for your salad dressing. So it's a very nifty design, and then it's all in one. But I wanted something clear and cylinder for my coins, and so I got that, and that's what we're working with. So this one is Steffi. So anyhow, so YouTube is so funny when you get a bunch of new people. Like last night, you came in and subscribed. Hi, Sharon. Let's see. Well, Margaret came in, but she'd already been subscribed to my channel. It seems like there was somebody else. So I had 4 new subscribers last night, and this morning, after the show, I had 4, and then this morning, YouTube had already taken away 4. So all 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So 6. Elizabeth, Sharon, do you know Elizabeth? She was there last night. I know her from over at Anitra's, but I don't know of anywhere else that we go that I know her from. So anyway, I haven't got a chance to sit still long enough since I saw you at Anitra's on Monday or Sunday to to even check out your channel. Oh no, I forgot to put that one in. That one was for Goldie. So if you remember, I had those advertising books, and I cut out pictures of the advertisements. So that one has a little chicken in it. So that one's for Goldie. If you don't know Goldie, her name is Steph. Steph paints, and she makes stickers out of her pictures. And so this is one of my many ephemera books that I put my stuff in. But here, she painted these, and yes, I hoard these. I don't share these very well, but she's real good about sending them to people when she sends happy mail and stuff. Anyway, so she paints, and she will run these off on sticker paper. See, they're stickers, and so I have those. Let's see, that came from her. I have some more that came from her too. I have some blank spots in here that I need to fill back up. Did that one? I think I did that one. Pretty sure I did that one. See, that one's blank. That one's blank. Those, I pulled stuff out of here. Those are all from Robin Skywatch. Anyway, I'm still looking at. I know there's some more Steffi stuff in here because I went through this real good this morning. That's Jude's stuff. So that one's me stuff. That one is me. I think. Oh, this one is Steffi. This one is Steffi. Yeah, that one is one from Steffi. These are all some more of those advertisements. I love this one right here, but I would not give it to anybody because it might offend people. But I love that advertisement. I think it's I think it's part of our history. So anyway, oh, these are all from Steffi too. These are pencil drawings that she did and copied. These are not stickers, but I have a Xyron and I can run it through my Xyron. So yeah, these are all pencil drawings that she did. Those are from, no, they're not. These are not from Steffi, are they? These are from Sharon. Sharon, these are the chickens you stamped for me, aren't they? Those are the chickens you stamped for me and cut out. I just seen the little ones. Yeah, those are from Sharon. So, and that rooster is one that was in mine. Yep. So, and so this morning, I got all that stuff. I went through a bunch of stuff so I could have all my these in here. And as I was going through, so I saw something funny. Well, funny, not like peculiar. There, that's the word I'm looking for. Peculiar, because y'all know I have a weird sense of humor. Yes, you can send more. Actually, you know what? I was going to say, okay, I'm knocking over books. I've got books over here. Actually, what was I going to say? Oh, so this stamp set right here that I took the turtle out of, yeah, that I took the turtle out of, this came from you, didn't it, Sharon? Because I have a set of ATC cards that you done either earlier this year or last year that had these pictures on them, and I was like, those are Sharon. She must have got tired of them. So because I do have a set of cards that you sent that you had made out of these. So anyway, not that it matters who they belong to, but I thought it was funny. It struck my funny bone. You know how my funny bone is. It gets tickled at easy things. So we're using up my little note cards that I cut out on my what is that thing called? Big no, not big kick. What is that called? Big kick. What are those? Physics. You know, the cranker. The new one that I bought for $1, $10 at Favors. What is it called? Ooh, the older I get, the sloppier I write. My hearts are getting wonky donkey there. What is that called? Big shot. Big shot. Ah, I knew I'd think of it. I know. I'm goof. Okay. Actually, I want this to go inside that so that it don't catch anything. So, if you've ever got any mail from Esther, I'll just drop my lid. You know that Esther does something very interesting on her envelopes that keeps them from getting tore up because if you mail things a lot, you know that they're tearing Jack up down there. And so Esther does this. And so I've taken to doing it too. Is she takes a piece of tape and tapes each end of the envelope and she wraps it over just like this. Make sure you got it on there, Cindy. And it helps protect it as it goes through the stamping machine. So for those things that are not hand stamped, you know, that you don't mark hand stamped. So there we go. So and it makes a difference. But something real important to remember if you do that, okay, is make sure that you do not put your stamp on top of the tape or the tape on top of your stamp because they will nullify your stamp. They don't want tape touching their stamp. So, hi, Bridezilla, Bridazzle. Yeah, I can't say it, Bridazzle. Got a name you would like me to call you? Or I can call you B. There we go. So, we're getting almost done. This one is a Nitras. Let's see, we'll send a Nitras one of these. Some of these feel really thick, and then some of them feel really thin. And so you have to watch because sometimes there's more than one of them stuck together. Yeah, no. So if you know, I mean, I know that a lot of us travel in the same circles. If you know Bonnie Lipke, you know that she loves pigs. And so, one, two, three, four, five, six. Whose is this one? Anitra's. Seven. Anyway, Bonnie loves pigs, and so her card is my pig AI image that I done. I printed it off and did her a pig altered card. But then when I was looking for stuff to go for a little bit of happy mail in it, I found somebody had sent me a pig where they'd stamped it off. So I sent that to her. So she should be as happy as a pig in slop. You ever heard that one before? Or is it just an Arkansas saying? So anyway, oh, if you were here last night and you did not get a message from me last night about, and I know I didn't get everybody sent one because I don't have everybody on Messenger. So if you want to enter for the giveaway that I forgot to share last night and do, you can go leave a comment on last night's video, and we will be doing a drawing tomorrow and announce who the winner of this journal right here that I made. I'm giving away this journal. So anyway, it only has one signature in it. Who's this one? Anitra. Anyway, I do a swap every month, and if you'd like to participate at any time in the swaps, just let me know. We're already through June, but I've already started on what we're going to do for July. In July, we're going to swap two 4x6 postcards. Two 4x6 postcards, and they can go in the mail. They shouldn't cost too much. They should maybe be one or two stamps at the most, and they have to be mailed out by July the 15th to your swap partners. I announced who the swap partners are on, let me tell you, I will take sign-ups all the way till Sunday before the announcement, and I will announce on, let's see, June the 30th. Announce on June the 30th. And I will, if I have to, then if you need addresses, I'll make sure I get everybody their addresses. So anybody want to sign up? I showed some examples last night of postcards that we did. You want to sign up for the July swap? I knew you were like working on getting a postcard book filled, aren't you? There we go. I already put my glue on that. I hope it didn't dry. I hope I didn't leave it too long. I'll get you on there. Here we go. We got two more to do, and then we will later off camera we will put the addresses on them. They just got their names on them now. I like to go through and match up the cards that I've made to people who I know like such and such things. Who's that one? That one's Esther's. That one is a sticker. We'll send this to Esther. We will send her a picture frame. We'll send her a photo. Oh dear, we got to get some more junk out. Some more treasures, not junk. It's not junk, is it? It's treasures. Sharon R. There we go. It is hot here today, like not just a little bit hot, it's major hot, y'all. It's yucky hot. Like the humidity is over 50%. I'll send her a kitty cat. The humidity is over 50%, and it's supposed to storm later this afternoon. Oh, Joy. So I know that Esther really likes animals. She participates, I think, volunteers at a animal rescue. Anyway, I've been sweeping. When my boys were little, they would say, "Mama, we sweeping," instead of say sweating. So I've been sweeping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, those were the good old days. You know, you don't. Life is always so hectic when your kids are little. You just don't realize how much you're missing out on. Once they're grown, you're like, oh, I miss my babies being little. I sent Doretha some doggies because she's wanting some doggies for a doggy journal. So I sent her some of my AI pictures I did of Rassie. They're so stinking cute. So I started Rassie on a probiotic, prebiotic today. Um, so I'm always talking about how much he scratches, and yeah, we battle fleas here because we live down the road from a lady who likes to trap cats, get them fixed, and let them loose in our neighborhood. So it's like Cat Vista here, like Cat Boulevard or whatever you want to call it, Cat Alley. Anyway, so we struggle with fleas because she doesn't treat them for fleas, unfortunately. Anyway, yeah. So I took and I've been watching how he scratches. So he don't have like flea dirt. He has an occasional flea moving around, but don't he shouldn't be scratching that much for that few fleas. Uh, so he'll scratch himself till he bleeds, keeps his ears sore in the back and everything. So I think he has allergies, which Chihuahuas are very prone to that. So I've been doing a lot of research, and they say that yes, you can give them an antihistamine, but that's really not helping them. It treats the symptoms, but it doesn't treat what's causing it. So they say that usually if you can get their gut health treated by using a probiotic, that it will help. So I went to the Tractor Supply store and bought him a jar of probiotics. And so we started today. We're going to see how long it takes for him to stop itching so much. So what do we got here? One, two, three, four. We need two more things to go with this. Four. Anyway, so Rassie is my baby dog. He's spoiled rotten. But he's the love of my life. Him loves his mama. This morning we were all sitting on the couch, and him tried to kiss me with an accent, if you know what I mean. Like, get your tongue out of my mouth, you stupid dog. He just don't know what's wrong with that. He thinks that's perfectly okay to try to put his tongue in his mommy's mouth, and that grosses me out. Very much so. Very, very much so. I love him, but I ain't don't want him licking on my face. No, sir, because I know where else he licks. Him a little boy, and I know what else he licks. I don't want him licking my face. So anyway, yeah. So anywho, we're almost done. This is the last one, and we'll. Oh, look what I did here. So I have these little bunny. They're little bunny bookmarks. I thought I had another one laying here, but I don't see it. And I cut it where it fit right over the queen of in this, and I printed out a saying. I said, "Forget the queen of hearts. You need a queen of bunnies." So that tells you the kind of weird humor I have. Let's see, did I get both of those in there? So I do have a weird sense of humor. Nope. Where's the other one? There it is. Yeah. So anyway, are you going to go for a swim? What was that? Oh, I know what that was. This one is for Mama Juju. Mama Juju. Okay, here we go. I got a bunch of junk that has fallen and it's making my books fall over. And that aggravates me because then it was moving my computer. And I thought my computer was possessed and moving on its own. So, anyway. Anybody got somebody getting married anytime soon that they need a bird banner for? So when I made Haley and Dakota's wedding album, I put their wedding date up here and then Haley and Dakota, and it turned out real pretty. It's on the inside page. So, but I had it an extra one too. So anyway, if anybody needs it, holler, holler, holler. There we go. If you don't know what holler means, it means just tell me so. Okay, just tell me you need it. There we go. Maybe that'll stay up. Okay, who is this again? April, Mama Juju. Mama Juju. Thank you. Here we go. Hey Beth, how are you, honey? Did you get happy mail from me yet? Yes, you got happy mail. You got your yeah, you got your things and it had your cards in it, didn't it? So remember, I just send those cards to y'all. Y'all do not have to send cards to me. So I just do it because I like to. That's what I like to do. What does this one say? Yeah. So anyway, I'm almost done. I'm fixing to put up my stickers. I will add the addresses to those later and their stamps. Oh, I got some cute new stamps, but they're in the other room. They're little animals. When I went, the girl asked me what kind of stamps I wanted. Oh, that one's the extra. Can't remember who sent me that trim. Did you send me that trim, Beth? Or did somebody else may have? I can't remember. Somebody sent me that trim. Those go back in the sticker box. That's my mail stickers. Now we drop the lid to the silly old thing, glue stick here. Glue gun. Let us see. Did it go down in here? Nice box. I actually let Dave throw away a box today. I bought a. There it is. Right there, sitting right there, balanced right on that. Wouldn't have ever guessed that it would balance right there. So which is the? We have a little thrift store called the Store. Very original. It is a part of the Human Development Center where they have an adult daycare and a children's daycare. And anyway, they run a thrift store beside it. Sorry guys, I got to turn on the air. The one in the kitchen just ain't getting in here. Anyway, I bought a few things. So I bought Hush Baba. I bought some books, some children's books. Most of these will be in the sale next Monday night. This one might not. Actually, yeah, no, this one will not. I will love the pictures in this. Love them. Yep, this one will stay with me. It will be mine. This one will go, I think. It might not. I actually have this book and I've used all of it up, so I really like adding this to journal pages, but I may let it go. We'll think about it. The rest of them, oh no, there's one more big one. Kissy Fur Treasury. 4 stories based on the NBC TV specials. I don't know who Kissy Fur is, do y'all? Very cute. A lot of writing, some great pictures. Yeah. Don't have a clue who Kissy Fur is, but there we go. Anyway, those 2 books will go in the sale. And then we have I Can Dress Myself, a first little golden book. Uh, Jack and the Beanstalk. And Jack and the Beanstalk, of course, has a price tag on it. And it's going to ruin the front when I pull it off. Dad darn it. People, people, people. Don't y'all know? This one's cute. Wreck-It Ralph. This was a Disney one. The Four Puppies. One of the Family. Special Sleepover. And Frozen 2. And those will all go. Who was your ATC card partner? I believe it is Bonnie Lipke. Yes, Bonnie and Beth. Bonnie Lipke, yeah. Yepers. So look what I did, Beth. I don't think you were in here when I showed this a while ago. I went to the Dollar Tree. Me and Joe have something in common. We like the Dollar Tree. And I bought one of these little clear cylinder things, and I put my little circles in it. Anyway, we don't eat Pringles. So, anyway. But this is a very cool little thing. It's actually for a salad. You put all your lettuce down in here and your vegetables that won't make your lettuce soggy. And then up here you put like your meat and your cheese and stuff, and then you got a little salad dressing thing. And then you take you a bowl along with, or you have a plate at work and you just dump all your salad out on it and eat it. Isn't that cool? So, oh, and I got a mold because I seem to be able to sell these little rubber molds in my sales. That one is dinosaurs. Isn't that cute? Oh, that's cool. I keep all my markers in. I got tubs over here, clear tubs that I keep my markers and stuff in. If they're not in my room, I have a stool in my room full of my markers too, so I can draw while I'm sitting in my chair watching videos, watching you guys craft. So anyway, yep, I like that. And then this right here, this right here, all dresses were $2, okay? And I bought a dress. Why did I buy a dress? Because this dress has lace. Look at all the pretty lace. Look at all that. So I'm going to cut it off. I'm going to cut all this lace off of it. The dresses were actually on sale. Yep, I'm going to cut all the lace off. And I think I'm going to go in here and cut this seam and see if I can get that. Boy, whoever made this serged it really good. May have to just cut that lace right there. Anyway, get all this lace off and cut it in pieces that can be used for crafting. So anyway, this skirt is a nice size piece. Yeah, and it's got that one seam in the back. Got a seam there, but it's not sewed to it. So yeah. See, did that make a hole anywhere? I pulled a thread. Remember I told y'all I burnt my finger? Well, it started peeling off, and I can feel again under it. So now I can feel under it. My little bouquet fell down. Let's just see. No, let's use our actual fabric scissors. There we go. You go cut the skirt off first. Then we'll go back in and get the top off. Should get a good sized piece of lace for my $2. It's not, let's see, how do I describe it? I would say it's not vintage lace. And the reason that I would say that is because it's got a stretch to it. And vintage, I've never felt any vintage lace that has a stretch to it. So, anyway, most vintage lace is not stretchy. And when I say vintage lace, I'm not talking about things from the 90s, okay? Because I know that they consider the 90s vintage now, but I'm talking about things from the early 1900s. You know what I mean? We're getting to where the zipper is, I think. 'Cause it's got a weird, there we go, a weird foldy right in here. I'd love to find some from the early 1900s, but y'all know what would happen to it, don't you? I would hoard it. Last night, after we started going through the fabric in it, I mean, if you watched, you probably caught on to the fact that this fabric was overwhelming me. And I thought, I am not going to try to go through it all in one to do. We will, if it takes us a year to sell it all, we'll take the year, okay? Whatever it takes to get rid of it. I mean, there's some of it I want to keep, you know, but most of it I want gone. I don't know why that is like that, but that's weird. Okay, what was it? Some kind of a seam there, wasn't it? Anywho, just do what we have to do. Oh, I have some really nice jewelry I found this weekend too that I wanted to show y'all. Some pretty silver pieces. Okay, so this is the one that goes all the way down this seam right here, and that seam is double serged. They ran their serger over it. It looks like twice because okay, we got the skirt off. Yay! Or at least we got part of the skirt off. Oh yeah, we got the skirt off. That's nice. We're gonna have some nice pieces here. We'll cut out the serged piece. Here. You know what I'm doing? I'm missing Pearl's on today, I bet. I know she is. I got a message saying she's going to be on. She had some good stuff today. I got to behave. I got to behave myself, you know. So, if y'all don't watch Pearl's Finds, she sells beautiful fabric and lace. Most of it vintage. Most of it vintage. Yeah, that is a nice size piece of lace. We'll get several pieces of lace off just off the skirt. We're going to fold it up, put it in the fabric drawer till we get ready to cut it up to offer it. Oh, it's got a spot right there, don't it? I wonder what that is. Well, okay, that's a nice piece. So, and we've got this up here on the bodice. Now, I am not interested in any of this, although, yeah, I'm not interested in that, Cindy. You're not. You're not interested in that right there. Oh, look at that little cap sleeve. Hmm. This is not handmade. Very. No, it might be. No, I don't think so. Let's see what we can do here. Let's start in here. And that right there is sewn into that pleat. Yeah, we might not get as much lace here off the bodice. These may be little scrappy pieces I keep for me and sell the bigger pieces. There we go. The lady that was working said something about, oh, that's a cute dress. I said, I'm going to cut it up. She looked at me. I said, I just want the lace. And she said, you know what? She said, we actually sell a lot of clothes that have lace on them just for that reason. People say the same thing you did, that they're going to cut it up because they want the lace. I was like, yeah, have you priced lace lately, sister? It ain't cheap. Oops, I just monked y'all with my scissors. Are y'all okay? Did it hurt? I'm sorry. I did not I did not mean to bonk you. So I saw y'all know I talked about my cousin's son died of ALS last weekend. Well, they had his funeral last week. I can't remember what day. I did not attend. I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that kind of grief. And that sounds very, very, very selfish, but after losing my John, seeing people in the midst of the throes of their grief absolutely sends me into a very bad headspace. We'll just say it like that. Anyway, so I saw my cousin's mother-in-law, and she never can remember my name, but she remembers who my mom and daddy are. So she always asks about them, and I told her I was very sorry. I know they really had a hard time because it was the 2 year anniversary of the death of the youngest son. So there we go. Anyway, that was Sunday. The anniversary was on June the 1st. I always remember what day the anniversary is because it was on June the 1st. So close to my Jared's birthday. Anyway, don't know what I'm gonna do for my Jared's birthday. Hadn't thought about it. Hadn't thought that far. Hadn't thought to the end of the week yet. His birthday's Saturday. I think I just cut a big snippy in that I didn't want. This is a little tedious here. So anyhow, what you gonna do tonight, Beth? Are you still playing with napkins? I did not sign up for the napkin trade. I'm not one to use a lot of napkins, and I have more than I will ever, ever, ever use. I could have sent you a bunch to give away. I should have done that, like somebody else I know did. We're not naming names, but I think her initials are SR. You know who you are. So, and I ain't talking about Stevie neither. Anywho, I couldn't believe when I got online that my YouTube to do to go live on YouTube actually worked. So I got a message from StreamYard telling me I was getting near my 20-hour mark. I've used 12.9 hours. I have a few to go. It renews on the 10th. So, anyway, I thought, wow, seeing as I never go, I mean, I don't do videos that are long enough to be. So, this is just a bunch of little ta-das, and I will keep this and use it so I can just snip off little pieces when I want a little piece to go like on a snippet thingy. You know what I mean, on a snippet thingy, don't you? So this one will be a piece. Oh, this one's going to be an awkward piece too. Hmm. Hmm. I don't want to throw it away, so it'll be another bunch of weird stuff for me. Uh, anyway, but I just thought very seriously about throwing it away. I really did. And I know y'all are just amazed and shocked because I don't throw very much away. I was teasing Anitra. I was watching her show one day, and she said that she didn't like this certain kind of envelope because they were real thin. She's just going to throw them away. I said, Anitra, we don't throw things away. Anyway, she ended up making an envelope journal right then because I told her we don't throw things away. So, anyhow, I had to giggle at that one. I'd have to go back and just research and look. But Anitra and I have watched each other's shows for years. Before it when it used to be I Spy Queens, when it was both her and Cindy. She had a partner named Cindy that is a friend, and Cindy comes in sometimes if you're over at Anitra, she'll come in watch. But anyway, uh, I used to I used to watch them a lot then. But anyhow, yeah, we've been friends for a long time. You know what's going to be cool about heaven is when we get to heaven and we get to meet all these friends that we've made online. Because now I've met a few of my friends in person. I've met a few of my friends in person, online friends. In fact, some of my closest, dearest friends I've met are online. I met them online. My friend Gina, Dave done hers and her wedding, hers and Doc's wedding, and we met it through a homeschool group online on MSN when MSN had chat rooms. That's been a while. Our kids were little. Jared's going to be 32. Justin, her son, is the same age as Jared, and then her daughter is she's probably 35 or 36, and they were just little kids. My boys were in second grade and kindergarten when we met. Did y'all see what I done there to save that from being a wonky donkey piece where it was just two little strips? I went in and tore the lining apart and pulled that dart out because they sewed that piece of lace into the dart, and I pulled that dart out, and so now it's not a great big piece, but I have a bigger piece than I would have if I'd had to cut around that dart, and I should have done that on the front, but instead we did this. We just hacked it up. So anyway, maybe one of these days when Sharon comes visiting her family, she can swoop down through Arkansas and I can meet her. So I've been parts of pastor's wife groups for years, and I have several pastor's wife groups. What's cool is the other day I was talking to Bonnie Lipke. She lives in the same town as one of my pastor's wife friends that I've been friends with for 18 years. And I said, "Hey, you live in the same town that my friend lives in." And I started describing. I didn't say my friend's name. I just started describing what my friend, where she was, what she did. And she says, "Oh, I know her." When I told her that they ran a like an outreach center called the Well, she says, "Oh, I know her." So I thought that was cool. To me, that just shows that the world is not as big as everybody thinks it is. When Dave and I traveled and he did nuclear plant work, everywhere we went, we met people that either knew us or had heard of us or knew our families. We're 60 miles out of New York City in Peekskill, New York, and we go to a laundromat, and there's a car there with Arkansas tags, and we go in and we're like talking to this girl, and turns out she went to college with Dave's sister and played basketball. They played on the same basketball team for the college that they were scholarship athletes, and they played on the same team. I said, I mean, what are the chances? You're 60 miles. Okay, first of all, you're hundreds of miles from Arkansas, and you go into a laundromat, right, 60 miles out of New York City, and meet a lady that played basketball with your sister. With your sister, that's crazy. So, anyway, you have lots of napkins. Me too. I have a big tub full. I should have used some of these napkins on this thing. I used something that was see through. I can't remember what it was. It was a piece of gold. Oh, it was a piece of that gold tissue paper. So, yep, I used it. I almost got this one off. That other one made a really nice piece after I cut that out of the thing. So we're gonna do the same thing here, but we have to go in to this like so. So this is lined, has a lining, and so you have to cut into the lining and get in here where this is. Cut it up just a little bit higher, Cindy. There you go. And find where your dart is, and then just start pulling our threads. And if you didn't know it, your little pokey tool makes a good thread puller. Same concept. So, if you were there last night, Poughkeepsie, Poughkeepsie, New York. No, we were in Peekskill, not Poughkeepsie, Peekskill, 60 miles out of New York City. We lived in the I'm trying to think what they called it. So they had towns within towns there in New York. We lived in a town called Crompound, Crumpound, and it was a small town village within the city of Peekskill. But I did go to Poughkeepsie. Yeah, I did go to Poughkeepsie, New York. We there was a real cool mall over there that my friend Diana took me to. I made real good friends with a lady that her name was Diana, and she was a Jewish lady, and she took me to a Galleria. I didn't know what we were going to, and then we got there, and I was like, "It's a mall." She's like, "Yeah, what did you think it was?" I said, "It said you told me we were going to a Galleria." I did not know what a Galleria was. She laughed. She thought that was hilarious. So anyway, and she's the first lactose intolerant person I ever had met. We're we were in the mall and we decided to have pizza slices for lunch. and they had a pizzeria there in the mall, and she ordered a piece of pizza without cheese, and I thought, oh my lord, why eat pizza? Like seriously, the cheese is the best part. I was like horrified that anybody would want to eat pizza without cheese. So anyhow, y'all know me anyway. I often wonder if she's still alive because we lost touch. She was my mom's age, so she would be about 80 now. So I think I've told this story on here, but so she had told me when we chatted about meeting and all this that she was Jewish, and when I went into her house, one of the first things I noticed was one of those 3D puzzle things that fits together that spells out the name Jesus. And I just looked at her. I was a little puzzled, and she's like, "Oh," she's like, uh, "I may be Jewish, but I believe in Jesus." I was like, "Okay." So anyway, I found that highly interesting. So there, that is a nice piece. After we got it all cut off, that turned out to be a fairly nice piece of lace. So we'll lay it over there. We have these little cap sleeves. We're going to go ahead and cut them off because why leave anything that's got lace on it, right? That's what I'd say. Why leave anything that's got lace on it? So, you know, uh, we don't have a large population of Jewish people in Arkansas. We have a fairly large population of Muslims in Arkansas, up in northwest Arkansas where the college is. They come to go to college and then they stay because Arkansas is an awesome place to live. So, yeah, Poughkeepsie. Okay, that one's a little doodad. There we go. We got one more, and the lace will all be off of the dress, and then the dress can go in the garbage because it's of no use to anybody now because I've cut up the darts and I've cut holes in it, getting two things, and it is a very slinky, slicky material, but it is white. And this kind of fabric doesn't dye well. It doesn't. You can't dye it very well. I mean, I know that they make dyes for synthetic fabrics, but they don't usually work out real well. Of all the people that I've watched that likes to transform clothes. So anyway, there we go. Y'all want to see the jewelry I got yesterday? No, Saturday. Oops, I forgot I got some more golden books too. I forgot those were in there. So these are new. Well, they're the Pokey Little Puppy, Almost 12 Days of Christmas, the Little Red Hen, and I'm a Snowplow. I forgot about them. Oh, and that I was wondering why that bag felt so full. Yep, I bought those at a yard sale where three of my children's church kids had a lemonade stand set up, and as soon as I pulled up, they started yelling, Miss Cindy, come buy our lemonade." So we bought 2 cups of lemonade, and they drank it. So it wasn't cold. So anyway, but he drank it. It was good lemonade. So anyway, they were so excited to see me though because I had just dropped something. What did I drop? I think it's an earring. I don't think it's anything important. Anyway, so you never know with kids. I was telling you, um, Okay, let me answer this guy. I was looking for my flashlight. Is what I was looking for. I think it was just a spare earring. I know I put all the jewelry in bags, so I think it was just a spare earring. I will find it and put it in. Oh, there it is. Oh, there. So, I was answering an email. I have a guy in California who is making me some special 3D printing things for my kids' crusade and for my back to school bash. I'm always planning something, whether it's a Christmas party, a back to school bash, or what. Look, so this is some kind of like piece of uh, jewelry that you stick in your belly, I think, your belly button. But I love the little owl, and I'm going to keep him. So, yeah. We have a pair of, no, we have a real pretty four-leaf clover, and that looks like it might be jade on there. A brand new pair of earrings. They came from Walmart. They're $2.88. A pair of earrings. This is a B charm. It's just the letter B, and it's just a charm. And these came from Sheen. And the reason I know that is because of what it says on the little label. So, yeah. And this came from Sheen. They're brand new. They've never been opened. They're earrings. Twisty metal. And this came from Sheen, and it says Faith. And these came from Sheen, and they're really cute. Now, they had been opened, and I like them. They're little wooden painted earrings with a desert scene and then, like, feathers. They're cute. I don't mind feathers like that. So I got to take pictures of this stuff and put on my thing. Here's another little flower necklace, like a little tree flower necklace. Here is some little, those were glass beads or stone, I'm not sure. This one is sterling silver, and this one is sterling silver with the little square rhinestone. I've got to test them and make sure. Some pink dangly earrings. Some, I cannot figure out what this, oh, I just seen it. It says Big God. I had looked and looked at that. I did not know what it says. This one says Live, Love, Laugh. It's a bracelet. This one is a bracelet with crosses, some little porcelain like roses. So these are some of those kind that are like I'm trying to think what they're. So you wear the here. That's kind of gross looking. It's just ear gunk, but that is gross. Anyway, you wear the pearl and then the little flower drops back down behind. So I need to wash those real good. Actually, those may end up going in the craft bucket. Anyway, we have a little pearl necklace that's from Claire's, little faux pearl. These are real cute. These little gold tone earrings with the pink eyes kind of look. And these are very interesting to me. I want to test these because they are gold tone and they're non thing non magnetic. A teacher bag. Let's see, and then a little Christmas bracelet. So, and then there was another one of those that is a one of those, and we're going to pull this off of. We bought some new we bought some new needle nose pliers because somebody stole mine. We're not going to name names, but his name is Jared. Anyway, oops, he took mine and he didn't return them. And Lord only knows where they are. Those will go in my dingle dangle jar in the brandy snifter. In the brandy snifter. That's a hard word to say, in the brandy snifter. Hmm, don't know about this. That one there needs to be, that one's going to have to be cut off. Let's change, let's change tools. That snip is too big for this one. Let's get our little bitty snipper and snip. There we go. So that one is a fly. Okay, what have you done here? Why are you being stiff like that? I just don't have very much strength in my hands. Let's see if that did it. Did that do it? Yeah, that did it. We'll have to put a jump ring on that. Anyway, those can go in the bucket. Where did the bucket go? I pulled it over here. There it is. Okay, so that's the jewelry I bought. It will be listed. That's going to go in the thing too, in the thingamabob. I got to test the sterling and make sure it's sterling, and then it's going in the yeah, on they'll go in the community tab. So, guys, I've been here for an hour and 6 minutes. I'm going to go. I'm going to go because I need to finish addressing these and put a stamp on them. Oh, it's 4:01. I don't have time to do all of that. We'll do it, get them dropped off in the mailbox, and they'll go. Anyway, I think I'm going to drop these in. Although my jewelry cleaner's right there, I can clean them. So, hi, Anitra. I'm just fixing to leave, honey. You'll have to watch me on replay. So, yep, I'm just fixing to go. I gotta do this. I gotta make sure I get done so I can go eat some supper before Beth comes on, so I can watch Beth tonight. And Beth, I watch you a lot, but I sit up in the balcony and don't talk very much because usually I'm either eating while I'm watching you or I'm doing 101 things, watching you and trying to check all my emails and make sure. So, but anyhow, I got your envelope ready for your swap. Remember, this is just me sending you something. This is not you having to send back to me because you have a swap partner, okay? This is just me sending. So, y'all all have a great evening, and I will see y'all tonight or somewhere on the crazy webs. So, be nice to each other. Be safe and have a good one. It's supposed to storm tonight, so oh yay. See y'all later. Bye bye.